Welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel, Light of Shaya. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to those of you who are new. I hope you enjoy the content, and welcome back to those of you who are returning. I simply want to say I appreciate every single one of you for all of your support. So I'm going to be doing one of my messages from Spirit today. I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards to start off the reading. I'll be using the Tarot Mucha, and then I'll be closing out the reading with the Angel Prayers Oracle cards. So let's go ahead and see what the message is today. Holy angels, God, let's go ahead and see what the message for those who are drawn to this video here. Do keep in mind these are general readings, so the message may or may not resonate for you at this time. However, I trust that if you stumbled across this video, there is likely a message here for you, or likely the entire reading may correspond to you. Alrighty, so let's see here what we have. Wow. Quite fascinating. Oh, now this is interesting. So we have, interestingly enough, the Time to Go card came out in reverse. So it's like the Eight of Cups reversed. So it's like you're coming back to something. Maybe like doing a U-turn, if you will. There was a moment in time where you felt the need for the time to go, and then you did a U-turn or something. That's really interesting. We have the Loyal Heart here, which is, for me, another soulmate kind of connection thing, right? It's not exactly soulmates. And note how this card says Loyal Heart as opposed to Loyal Hearts. And really interesting, I find that these two owls are giving me the King of Swords, Queen of Swords kind of feeling. Huh. Now what follows is the question, why? You're probably asking yourself why things happened the way they did, or why this situation is as it is. What's really interesting is these next two cards seem kind of grayed out, right? Why? Maybe you're asking someone why, or somebody is asking you why, and we have this Clean It Up and Chop Wood card. It's like it's time to clean up something. Clean up something that you were dealing with. It's really interesting to me because I'm trying to pick up on this message because the Time to Go card came out in the reverse. Like it fell out of the deck like this. So it's like a U-turn of some sorts. Maybe somebody was about to leave and turned around and said to themselves, why? Why this loyal heart, or this loyal heart, why would you do this, or why is this happening? And then there's a cleaning up process. But what's really interesting is that maybe you're dealing with a connection here, and there's a process of like trying to clean up what has happened with this person. Maybe there's some tweaks, there's like fine-tuning that needs to happen between you and a person. And what's really interesting is that the Chop Wood card came out next. So maybe it's like one of those situations where you kind of have to do it day by day. It's not one of those things that you can immediately, with snapping your fingers, make it a reality. It's like you need to be grounded. You need to do things one step at a time. You need to be more focused in on the moment. Now, I'm not getting to keep these cards here, but what's really interesting is we have the New Life card at the bottom of the deck. What's really cool is that exchanging gifts here is also present, and like present. So I'm picking up on like maybe Christmas, something about Christmas. And I mean, of course, Christmas time's right around the corner, right? So let's go ahead and see what the message is. For whatever reason, that particular message wanted to come out. Yeah, here we go. See, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like there was something where there was a situation where things were left and then something came back. Now, wow, that's really interesting. So we had the Time to Go card in reverse. Then we have the Go the Distance card, right? Going the distance with a situation, right? And then there's the Not For You card, which is quite fascinating. Maybe there's something that's not for you. Maybe something that you believe is for you at one time. Maybe there was something that you believed would go the distance, and then you're realizing maybe it's simply not made for you, or there's something here about it not suiting your needs somehow. Alrighty, sorry about that. I had a slight interruption there, so I had to step away. But there's something about like something not being for you. It's really funny. This fortune cookie is saying nope. Quite curious. Bottom of the deck now is between world. It's like there's this weird state that you're in, right? You're like asking, why did this happen? Why did things play out the way they did? There's almost like, I'm getting almost like a sense of confusion. Really interesting. I split the deck and we have the deep knowing card. Maybe your intuition is telling you that something isn't for you. Maybe something that, like I said, you believed would go the distance and you're feeling, this isn't for me. Very fascinating. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here. Woo. Let's go ahead. What card was this? Strength card came out, flipped out. So you could be dealing with a Leo. Strength card is about overcoming difficulties. Interesting. I'm getting the sense that this not for you could be in dealings, well, it could be in dealing with a Leo, but maybe you're realizing that there's an addiction that you have or some sort of mindset. It's really interesting. Look at that. The time to go. Six of Swords came out. And look at this. The card that fell out again is the Strength. That's really interesting. So there's like a time to go. There's something about you need to like dig deep to leave a situation or something like that. There's something here that isn't playing out. Like the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this is a connection. Okay, so it's quite interesting. This message is a little bit jumbled. I'm trying to like pick up on it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the tarot here. So I wonder what this is all about. Eight of Wands wanting to come out. Lots of fast movement here. So it could be communication. Let's go ahead and get into the message, Spirit. What is this about? First card out, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Somebody chipping away at something. Remember, chop wood. Chop wood. This is definitely that feeling of like hammering away at a pentacle, chopping wood. Very interesting. I'm trying to pick up on this message, but hopefully the tarot gives us a little bit more information. Oh, look at, oh my goodness. Okay, look. We have the Five of Pentacles, which is followed by the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Magician here. The World. This is massive. This is massive. The World. The Ten of Cups. Right? This is also a completion of a cycle. That's very fascinating. Okay, there's the go the distance part, right? So we got the chop wood, the go the distance part. We have the Five of Cups following the Ten of Cups, right? The not for you. Okay, this is fascinating. Okay, let's keep on going with this. There's a strength. There's a strength. This could be in dealings with the Leo for someone out there. And the Strength card is about remember how I was saying having to dig deep in order for you to overcome a situation, right? Because strength is an internal process. There's the deep knowing, and what's fascinating is the Magician and the High Priestess has come up below each other. Queen of Swords. So you got the Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and what's the last card here for the message? I'll probably be pulling a few more cards later. Four of Swords. Time for a nap. That's kind of what I was getting from the Wisdom of the Oracle cards when I saw the Four of Swords. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to take a moment to tap into this message, and then I'm going to switch the camera around so you guys can see the board, okay? I'll see you guys in a sec. Alrighty guys, I am back. So, okay. This is really interesting. The first thing that I had mentioned earlier that I picked up on, the combination of cards, is the Magician and the High Priestess. And what's really interesting about this combination is that they're a couple. The Magician, as you can see, works with all of his tools outside. The High Priestess, on the other hand, is passive, and she's under the moon in the dark. So they're complements of each other. They're opposites of one another. And in particular, when it comes to them being opposites, this particular combination of cards speaks of a couple. This is a coupling, as I was saying, two inexperienced people who can sometimes find marriage to be much too restrictive at times. In particular, because of the fact that maybe both of them, since they're early in the journey, right, the trump cards being numbered from 0 to 21, the Fool comes first, followed by the Magician, followed by the High Priestess, right? So they're early in the spiritual journey. And so these two are basically inexperienced when it comes to real life. And in particular, I can't help but notice that the Priestess here is combined with the Ten of Pentacles. And the Magician here is combined with the World. I'm just noticing here how the Magician is looking at this Five of Pentacles as well. I find it interesting because the Eight of Pentacles is obviously that chop wood, right? Chop wood, carry water, diligent, day by day, kind of like forward action, being very hyper-focused on work, and mastering a craft, becoming a master of your craft. And that's what the Eight of Pentacles is about, right? But with the Five of Pentacles following it, it's like somebody or something that you're working on, or something that someone's working on, in particular if you're dealing with a connection, right, isn't bringing in results. There's like a lack of money here. There's like maybe a lack mentality. That's what I was going to say. Look at how the Magician is observing and even pointing at this Five of Pentacles. It's like saying like not making enough, or you don't have enough, or there's something about not enough here, despite this hard work. Then we have this World card, which is a completion of a cycle, right? It's peace and harmony. It's an ending to something. And note how this World card in this particular deck, she seems to be viewing the vast vistas. Let's see if I can actually pick this up. I mean, note how she's looking out into the distance in this particular card, right? And then we have this Ten of Cups, which is, again, this is heaven on earth, right? But note how these figures are like happy, right? There's a lot of happiness here. But I'm noticing how their hands are outreached towards this Five of Cups, which is loss, it's grief, it's sadness. I feel like this row is one of the people in this connection, if you're dealing with a connection, and this row is the other person. So we have the Strength card here, somebody maybe working diligently, being determined in their work. Maybe with the Page of Cups, there may be some frustration here, maybe even regarding this Five of Pentacles, this lack mentality. But with the Priestess, the High Priestess here, there's a deep inner knowing that this Ten of Pentacles is a possibility. Like this is a reality, that it can come to fruition. That's what the deep knowing is, right? But there seems to be something about emotions here, a completion of a cycle here. Maybe because of this Five of Pentacles, because the Magician is looking at the Five of Pentacles, saying instead, there's a lot of emotional happiness, but due to these two fives here, or this Five of Pentacles, I feel like it'll only result in Five of Cups, right? The sadness. And so the High Priestess here has a deep inner knowing. She knows that this Ten of Pentacles is a reality, that this is something that can be tapped into. And with the Strength card here, it's about overcoming difficulties, persevering. There's determination, a massive amount of determination to leave behind patterns, habits that don't serve you. Now with the Page of Cups, there is a little bit of immaturity in this particular energy that I'm sensing, in particular because this Page of Cups appears to be frustrated. You can see his facial expression there. But interestingly enough, I feel like this Priestess, this High Priestess, whoever you're dealing with, isn't actually outwardly demonstrating this because they appear calm and collected. Then we have this Ten of Pentacles, which is a deep knowing about, followed by the Queen of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which is followed by the Four of Swords. So there's something here about very direct communication. This Queen of Swords is very direct in her approach. There's something that she's saying about this break. I'm getting the sense this is like a time for a nap, like this isn't the right time, or this isn't... there's a contemplation, there's rest here, there's a need for healing. And so this Queen of Swords is basically saying to herself maybe that this is taking more importance in her life. Now, of course, this could be a couple, and this Feminine is saying maybe it's best to take a break, to take a rest or something like that. This could be a third person coming in saying maybe you need a rest, right? Here we have the Empress card that came out. This could be someone's mother stepping in to say something about maybe this connection. Here's that Three of Pentacles. So this is about mastery, again, working. This might be a collaboration of sorts. This could be about a collaboration in work. Whoop. So the Seven, the Seven of Wands and the Four of Wands wanted to come out. So there could be a resistance for a reunion of sorts, or not reconciliation, but celebration, excuse me. There could be a resistance or fighting for. It could be possible that there's fighting for this, but there's this whole not for you thing. So let's see what this message is about. Here's that Five of Swords. Goodness. Well, that definitely is not a good feeling. There seems to be some sort of manipulation or self-sabotage regarding... I'm getting the Three of Cups. So for some of you, this could be a third-party situation, essentially. Perhaps somebody will discover this third party. It's really interesting. I want you guys to see this. I split the deck and we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then I'd split the deck again and we got the King of Pentacles. So this is definitely in a connection. Two loyal hearts. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through very strongly. Of course, these are always energies that can be embodied. Now, I'm a little bit curious about what this Five of Swords is about. I'm going to clarify it. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's not good energy. Here we have the Knight of Wands. So with the Knight of Wands here, this could be sexual manipulation. There could, in fact, be a third-party situation here, somebody stepping out on a connection. It could be the Empress here, of course, since this is paired here, although that's quite interesting because with the Empress, she's a divine feminine. Divine feminine, typically, the Empress typically does not engage in these kind of behaviors, right? Especially paired with this Strength card. Maybe there's a person who will approach someone here, a third party who will approach someone that is already in a connection and try to manipulate them into doing something. This could even be manipulative, a manipulative conversation. Remember how I was saying Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this third person might have said something like, when there was a break between these two inexperienced people, that the Empress, right, the one that presented themselves as the divine feminine, was actually in a third-party situation here, and they manipulated someone, saying that they cheated on them or they did something unbecoming, right? So I'm getting this, right, the Leo energy. It could be a Leo that you were dealing with who said something to someone. They wanted to fake something. They wanted to fake something, make somebody else believe some sort of manipulative truth, right? And that's why there was the whole why thing, because maybe both of you were seeing the potential in the connection. One of you was perceiving 10 of Pentacles, the other 10 of Cups. But because this third party, maybe somebody who was envious, came in, they wanted to destroy what it was that you had with the Five of Swords. They said maybe that someone was cheating, that somebody was involved in a third party situation. This is very fascinating. Look, I cut the deck and we have the Emperor here. So some of you could have been dealing with this narcissist who may have been a Leo who manipulated the situation. And here we actually do have a divine pairing, right? We do have the divine masculine, the divine feminine. And it's crazy. Look at this, you guys. I split the deck. And here we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles again. So this is some sort of coupling situation. This could have been in a connection. Maybe what happened was somebody had to go and somebody couldn't figure out why it was that you had to go. It was something that was felt to go the distance, but because of this manipulative truth, somebody felt this wasn't for them. This isn't for you, essentially, right? This is fascinating. So let's go ahead. I'm being drawn to pull a couple more cards here. Any more for this, Spirit? Oh, wow. Here we have Temperance and the Lovers. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful energy. I gotta pull this. So the Temperance and the Lovers cards combined is basically, when paired together, this is a situation where someone falls in love or falls out of love. But given this situation, And I mean, the fact that the Ace of Cups has come in after this underneath, I feel like somebody was wondering why things happened the way they did, but they happened in just the perfect way with the Wheel of Fortune. It was like a divine timing thing. It was like the right person at the wrong time is what I'm getting. And that's why this whole not for... So as I was saying, this is what this whole not for you energy is about. My battery died, so I had to go charge it. Okay, so what's really interesting is earlier, remember how the Eight of Wands fell on the ground? I was just like rethinking this whole reading. The Eight of Wands is often a card of electronic communication. So this may not have even been an actual conversation between like two people facing each other. This could have been through text message, phone call, messenger, that kind of thing, you know, like WhatsApp, those kind of, that by electronic means, right? This conversation could have been had, and this person, likely, I see Leo here and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because we do have Gemini, Virgo energy and Cancer, Pisces with the Magician and the High Priestess. But I'm getting the sense here that it was this third party that came in and spoke a manipulative lie about the Empress, the Divine Feminine, having stepped out of the connection between her and her masculine. And what's really beautiful about this situation, as messed up as it is that this person did this, in particular, I'd realized that with the Three of Cups, it could be friendship. So this could have been a person that was perceived as a friend who actually decided to lie because they were envious or they didn't want two people together. People do things that are messed up for whatever their selfish reasons are. But the really cool thing about this is that because previously, this connection was, remember, the two inexperienced people, the Magician and the Priestess. Now, due to this break, the Four of Swords, this break, right? Because of this break, what ended up happening was this situation actually helped bring these two twins together, the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. Now they've evolved. Before they were the High Priestess and the Magician, now they're the Empress and the Emperor. It's like, because of this break, because of this whole not for you energy, right? It allowed this new scenario to play out where both of these could come together again, right? Because we have the Temperance and the Lovers card combined. And as I was saying, this is about falling in love. And the reason I'm saying falling in love in particular, again, because I see that was the potential in the past, and that's why you're doing the U-turn, right? We have the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, which is, I mean, these are, sorry, these are clearly soulmate energies here, Two of Cups and Lovers. And in particular with the Empress and the Emperor, this is definitely twin flame. Like there's no, these are divine counterparts. Divine masculine, divine feminine. And what's beautiful about this is, like I was saying, it was the right person, but the wrong time. And now here we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about timing, right? Now things can move forward in a much better light, is what I'm getting. I'm trying to see here what's to come up next, because I'm trying to remember at the wisdom of the oracle cards. What did we have? We had the loyal heart, the why, right? Those two. Maybe somebody was questioning why things, as I was saying, played out that way. Or perhaps during this break between these two counterparts, because this person stepped in, one of the counterparts had the particularly, I'm getting the masculine, although I'm getting the sense that for some of you this could be reversed, it could have been the feminine, had this issue where somebody stepped in to try and essentially cause disharmony between the union. And interestingly enough, that's exactly what actually brought you two together. So now things can move forward in a brand new light. So I'm being called to pull a few more cards from the Tarot Mucha. That's the last card I had to pull. And we have the Judgment card here, which is, for me, typically the Judgment card is, it's a revival, right? It's a revival, it's a resurrection. But I want you to look at the expression on this angel's face. It's like absolute shock. I feel like somebody sees the truth now and they're absolutely shocked by it. Like now it all makes sense. Now that the truth has come out, it's in perfect alignment. It was the right person, the wrong time. A manipulative person stepped in, caused disharmony, but that helped the inexperienced couple to evolve into their divine feminine and divine masculine energies. And now the connection can start again. Now the love is present again. For whatever reason, there may have been a falling out in the past. And this person, inadvertently, it probably wasn't their intention to bring you two together, but it actually ended up bringing you two together, which is fascinating. So, yeah, that's it. That's the message, you guys. I was going to pull from the angel cards, but Spirit is telling me that this is it. There's nothing more to be said. If you've been on the divine counterpart journey and you've been curious about what the heck has been going on, this is shedding light on the situation, essentially. I mean, my Ace of Swords is my card of truth. Basically, when I get this card, it's saying everything that you've said or have believed from your reading is actually true. So now I feel like somebody out there is going to be able to see why things played out the way they did. And now it's in perfect alignment, you guys. It's beautiful. Okay, so, all right. If you felt this reading resonated, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. This is such a fascinating, beautiful reading. Like, granted, there was some heaviness, but this is incredibly beautiful. It's a brand new beginning. It's the beginning of something that'll really go the distance. And I feel like maybe this friend or this person who was in your life previously, this is probably what this not for you is. It's like I'm seeing how this person was playing the chess pieces to try and screw up things, but now I see the truth. But anyway, if you enjoyed the reading, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care.